Hey everyone. So anybody who's actually watching this series for the first time, this is a series where we get a lot of people and they give us guidance, or maybe they would tell us the better approach to actually go about with the interview process, because they have recently started and they would be in a better position to explain how to go about it, how would be a structured approach to actually go about from a data science perspective, or maybe a data science interview. It could be a data scientist role, it could be a machine learning role, or it could be something else. So thanks, Amit, for doing this. So Amit, let's start. So everybody would actually like to know about the background that you would have. So yes, start just a brief on that.
Yeah, sure, Piers. First of all, thank you for inviting on this series. And first of all, through this series, I think we are benefiting many people. And a person like you is working in that big company, and out of the busy schedule, you are doing this. It is wonderful and it is really commendable. And first of all, thank you for this. And you have asked me about my background. So before I joined data as a data scientist, I was working as assistant professor in a university as a
Okay.
research associate plus assistant professor, plus I was doing project uh, trainer to the BTech and MTech students.
Okay. Okay.
Like you have completed your master in which Pilani, I have completed a master from Nirma University in
Okay.
Ahmedabad.
Got it.
So after completed my master, I have joined as assistant professor.
Mhm.
And while doing that duty, I would say, while doing that work, I have, come to know this domain, I would say, a data science or machine learning, because when the algorithm ends, no, this domain starts,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know. So I was teaching, or I was training the students about data structure and algorithm.
Mhm.
So I was very much interested in algorithm, and I was doing practice in algorithms. I was kind of uh, uh, good educator in terms of algorithm teaching.
Got it. Got it.
So then after I got interested in this particular field,
Mhm.
where machine learning came into my picture in my life. I have because from that I have started my PhD. Actually, I'm also doing PhD in machine learning itself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So then after I got to this, and I have realized that if you really want to do the work in this field, then the
Mhm.
teaching or the okay, there you can do. I mean, if you really want to do the research work, then it's
Mhm.
fine. University is good. Departmental work and education field is really nice to
Yeah.
go about
Yeah.
it. But
Mhm.
if you want to solve the problems of society,
Mhm.
if you
Mhm.
really want to solve the live problems, I would say, then
Yeah.
the IT sector or IT corporate is the place where you can handle such problems, or you
Mhm.
got
Mhm.
to chance to handle that problem.
Yeah.
You know, so then how I was prepared myself to be in that zone, and
And how much
answer it.
time did the preparation take to be in that zone, to think about it, that I need to actually go to that side of it and then start working?
Yeah. First of all, you have to, you know, make yourself think in that direction. Okay, will I be able to,
Yeah.
survive in that zone or not? Or first of all, will I be able
Yes,
to
yes.
think, because both are different area
Yeah,
to work
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And I was not just that I worked only 1 or 2 years. I was there in six. I was, I was work. I was working as assistant professor for 6 years there.
And that's a
And then
considerable
after,
amount of time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it is a very good amount of time. I have
yeah.
settled there. I have settled my family also.
Okay.
So this it is kind of difficult to think in moving.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, you know. So so first of all, that 1 year I took
Okay,
to
okay,
decide whether I should
okay.
change the
Mhm.
path or not. I should be in this field or not.
Got it.
So I took one
Got it.
year to be very honest, and this Corona time is really helped.
Okay, okay. So
The
that was
COVID
the
time
tipping
really
point, that you got some time to realize that what are the priorities, and then going about it.
correct, correct. So that time is really helped me to understand. And in COVID time, everyone was working from home. So,
True.
and in that time, I explored LinkedIn, I would say.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And you know better that how such platforms, LinkedIn and these
Mm,
platforms are, useful
mhm,
to connect more people and to really want to know about this field and really
true.
want to know the people about who are working in this field. These platforms are really help you. So I
Yeah.
explored LinkedIn, and today I would say I'm able to connect good people in LinkedIn. So that
Mm,
kind of skill we can develop,
mhm, mhm.
right? So that's how I would say the breakdown started, and then I have prepared myself. Preparation doesn't take much time, I would say. And the technical aspect I somewhat know,
Mhm, mhm.
and
So
some of
preparation
the
in terms because you were already teaching, so you were already in sync. So preparation for you wouldn't take much time. But could you, okay, before the preparation, could you go about in a way that how do you identify opportunities? Because there are a lot of opportunities, but how do you identify the correct opportunity? Because many times people are looking at a lot of things, they might not know which would be a better opportunity for them in terms of maybe because there are different profiles. It could be a data engineer, it could be a data analyst, it could be a data scientist. So could you just brief on that a bit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it is very important question, and people are worried about this thing. I mean, there are people, who want to change the field first.
Yeah.
There are also such kind of people, and there are people who wants to come into this field from the student age.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so for
Mm-hmm.
both of them, my kind of journey was that first you should know how to connect to those people, and you should know
Correct.
idea about those domains. How many
Mm-hmm.
people in this domain, big name at least you should know what
Mm-hmm.
is who is Ian Lekon. At least you should know that. You should know that who is Andrew Carpathy. You should know at least who is Andrew NG,
True.
right?
True. True. Yeah.
George Hilton, and these are the big names. So you should know about them first, and then you should uh, know that how this domain is solving the problem. Just upper side, I would say. Have this
Very
idea.
relevant.
Based
Mm-hmm.
on that, you can search.
True.
You can start searching, and you have to search about roles. Like you mentioned very correctly. There are many roles, and
Yeah.
depends on company. Roles are increasing.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
in my company, if I say in my company there are data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, and ML engineer as well,
Okay. Okay. Got it.
right? So there are four roles, but all the four roles are kind of doing the same work,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
doing same work, not
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We
Similar
know that.
lines, overlapping. Yes.
Ha,
Yes.
similar lines, exactly. But data science role is different. ML engineer role is totally different,
Yes. Yes.
right? Data engineering work
Mm-hmm.
is different, and analyst work is even not related to data science. People are thinking that this kind of data analyst and data scientist are kind of same thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's completely different thing.
True.
So first thing I was saying that you should know how to make connections, right?
Mhm.
At least you should develop that communication skill so you can
Mhm.
connect very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second thing, uh, at least you should know fundamental
True.
algorithms. You should know it. If you don't know it, start practicing,
Mhm.
learning. There are many online resources that we can search. So n number of resources that we are having right now about
Mhm.
algorithms.
Mhm.
You should know a little bit about maths.
Very relevant. Yes.
Maths is very essential.
Yes. Yes.
And if you're interested to come in data science role,
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
maths is your friend,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? It is 12 friends, I would say. Maths is there always. Algorithm, maths, and you should have at least one programming language mastery.
Got it. Got it.
Mastery, I mean, it is not like that you know everything about that programming language, but you should code in that language. Whatever the
Good
logic that you
proficiency.
are able to
Yes,
think,
yes, yeah, yeah.
right? Suppose if I give a problem, for example,
Mhm,
that that just just give me the answer of these 10 numbers
mhm,
in ascending order.
mhm,
I'm just
mhm.
asking the sorting,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
sort
Mhm,
these 10 numbers.
mhm, mhm.
Now you can figure out some logic in your mind. If I do this,
Yes.
if I do this, then 10 number will be sorted.
Mhm.
Can you code that logic?
That is more important. Yes, yes.
That is more important.
Mhm,
Any language, pick any language.
mhm.
Yeah, but if you want to come in data science and machine learning laws, nowadays Python
Python.
and R,
Yes. Mhm.
right? R also used, many people are using, but Python is, you know, you should know Python.
Got it. Got it.
I mean, those who are interested to come in this domain,
Mhm.
Python is really, really.
One of the fundamental languages that you should be aware of. Yes.
You should be. And
Yes.
one more thing, Piyush, that if you really want to good at Python, no, if you're good at data structure, no, you
Mhm.
can become a best in Python. That I have understood from my experience.
Okay. Okay.
Because you can code list, you can code
Yes.
dictionary, you
Yes.
can code anything. But
Mhm.
if you know hash map, no, you
Yes.
understand dictionary even better.
Yes. 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 That is true.
You
Yeah.
know graph, no, you can
Mhm.
code any library of Python,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? So this is what I have understood. If you are good at data structure, no,
Mhm.
things will be easy for you.
Got it. And that is a fundamental aspect of any. If you're writing code, you need to understand the time complexity, space complexity, and there the DSA would eventually come into place.
Come into it.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Got it. Okay, so this comes to the point that we know that what kind of rules are there and all. How did you figure out that? Okay, so based on that, how did which platform was you more like using maybe for finding out the roles that you like, and then we can talk about that based on your interview. How many rounds were there? What kind of round structure was there? What was the first round? What was the second round? Duration of those rounds and so on.
Yeah, so if I understood correctly your question, you're asking that how I figure out that which role is perfect for me.
Yes, yes, because that is
Okay.
a question, that's a fundamental question a lot of people will have. How do
Hmm.
you figure out which role would be suitable for you? Maybe
Hmm.
initially you might be right, maybe you might be wrong, but at least the thought process, how do you figure out that what would be suitable for you?
Yeah, correct, correct. Yeah. So see, as I said, data scientist was the role that I have thought for myself. But
Mhm,
how anyone can figure out that at which role he is or she is perfect, or
mhm,
best suitable, then I
mhm,
would say he or she needs to understand his thinking pattern. You know,
mhm,
when I was thinking, as I mentioned that I'm also a PhD candidate. I just
mhm.
finished
Yes,
1 year
yes, yes,
in
yes,
PhD, but
yes.
I'm a PhD candidate. So my thinking was to understand algorithms,
Mhm,
how we can design that existing algorithm in a better way,
got it.
how we can implement those algorithms in my way or in my style,
Mhm,
right? How I can understand the existing algorithm in a better way,
mhm, mhm.
right? And I mentioned that maths and everything, which my area of interest,
Yes, yes, yes.
So if you find the area of your own interest,
Mhm,
that these are my strong area, and I can do work in this area.
mhm.
I enjoy when I work in this area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I solve the math problem, I enjoy.
Mhm.
When I discuss math problem, I like to do it more.
Got it.
So that kind of feeling I was having, and that's how I have understood about my own personality,
Mhm,
and then I have chosen. That is why I have chosen data science role.
got it. Got
But
it.
if you are good at analysis kind of thing, if you can
Mhm, mhm,
understand the data and if you do the analysis of the data and everything, then
mhm.
your mindset is not of data scientist kind of thing, but it is a more of data analyst kind of.
Got it. Got it.
You can better present the data.
Yeah.
When you analyze well data, you can better present the data. You can give more insight about data.
True.
In terms of presentation.
Mm.
But if you are good at SQL, I mean SQL, and you know how to work with databases, and there are few things that you really enjoy, like big data kind of thing, and internal operations or joins and everything, then you are good at
for
data
data
engineering.
engineering. True.
You know, you like clouds, you like to work in cloud, and technologies and how to understand the stacks of technologies. Maybe you like that kind of thing, then you have the feature of
Data
engineering kind of thing.
Got it. That's
So that's how I have
actually
understood about mine.
a very detailed answer. That how should one think about the role, or how should we go about in selecting a role? Okay. Yeah. Now we can actually jump on to that. How was your interview process overall? So how many rounds were there? What kind of rounds were there? Duration of rounds, and more on those things.
Yeah. Actually, it is we are discussing about interview rounds about mine, but you also know it, and many others are also know it, that it is not same for everyone.
Yes, totally.
It depends.
Totally true.
Right? Yeah. The kind of work that you are doing in your company is executing it in different ways.
True.
How they hire the people, it is a different when it is based on also the kind of profile that you have selected.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I got hired in the company as a senior data scientist directly.
Okay.
But generally the role, let me also tell about that. Generally the hierarchy is like this. First you become a trainee data scientist, then you become a junior data scientist, then you become a data scientist, and then you become a senior data scientist. Generally these are the patterns in many companies. And there are few points that you can थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. Otherwise this is how the hierarchy.
Okay.
Let me tell you about my rounds. So first, totally they were having 3 technical rounds, and last one is managerial round.
Okay.
Discuss kind of how you work with and what kind of thinking process you have, and agile methodology, and all that. First round that I was having is related to coding.
Got it.
They wanted to check that how am I good at Python.
Got it.
So it was kind of 1 hour of round, and they asked me first introduction thing, and then they asked, okay, can you code? I said, yeah, I can try. Then they throw the first problem, simple problem, because they wanted to start.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So can you please code me? I also remember the problem itself. That let me also explain that. Okay, I have 100 numbers, 1 to 100, for example, or you can consider 1 to 1,000, and there is one number is missing in that. Right? How you can check? Can you write the code first? I want to know that which number is not there in 1 to 100. For example, 75 is not there. I want to know that. Right? General approach that is we thought is linear search.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Then I asked him immediately, the numbers are sorted? And he said, yeah. Then I thought, let me apply binary
search. Yes.
Binary search. But if the number is missing, I wanted to find it out. There is a better approach even that also. If we do the arithmetic progression series addition, and the numbers collection that we are having, if we subtract to this thing, right? Then we get that original number. So this is what they wanted to know. And by grace of God, I had corrected the first question. It is in just 10-15 minutes. And then they asked 2-3 more questions about coding. Out of 4 coding questions, I was able to crack 3.
Okay.
Fourth, I was not able.
So this was the first round. In the first round itself, they asked you. Okay.
So first round done. Then I was expecting result, right? So next day they called me, the HR called me, okay, you are selected for second round as well. Then I asked what could be the second round, and this is what my advice to everyone. When the HR told you are selected for second round, then please ask HR what kind of second round I would be having.
Got it. Very important. Very important. Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will not able to understand
what kind of preparation. Yeah.
Preparation you have to do, and what kind of question, in what mindset they are asking the question.
True. True.
Right. So I asked her that what kind of second round I would be having. That is more technical and more of ML and data science related questions. And then I asked, do I need to code also in that round? So I have to prepare for it.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
True.
It was like 30-40 minutes round, and you have to answer the ML related question query.
Got it.
Okay. Then after 2 days, the second round happened. They asked me the basic questions, regression, classification, and their algorithms and everything. And that round happened. I was kind of having a good feeling after that second round. Because most of the question I have, answered quite well. And then third round happened, and I didn't know that what kind of third round the guys are having, because ML done, machine learning done, data science done, coding done. What kind of third round they can have, right? And HR called me that okay, you are also selected for third round, and I said, will it be HR round or managerial round? I was in that mood. Said, no, it is technical round.
Got it.
It is a technical round. And I said, okay, fine. Again, I asked what kind of technical round I would be having. She said, it is again machine learning, data science. What HR can tell you.
Okay.
Okay, then I have prepared myself related to it. And again, it is 20-25 minutes round. We are a member of the team asking our team actually right now. He asked me that it is scenario based questions.
Okay, case study related.
Case studies. I mean, you guys know better than us, right? Case studies. So the panel asked me about these are the scenarios. What algorithm do you think? How you prepare the data set for it? How you clean that data set? How you apply the EDA on it?
Yes.
Right? Then will you use early stopping in this?
Got it.
That kind of questions, which are purely, I would say, implementation way of. They wanted to check how good at machine learning implementation you are.
The experience plays a lot of role here.
Experience, and what detailed study you have done it.
Yes.
If you say okay, I'll do the early stopping, then they tell me about early stopping.
Got it.
They wanted to check in that way.
Got it.
So that round happened, and the managerial round then after that.
Okay.
This was my kind of
the rounds that you had.
Rounds that I was having in technical, and last round was HR. And I would really suggest people that please be prepared for HR round as well.
Okay. Yeah. That is also important. Yeah.
That is very important. I mean, you should know at least how to communicate, how to convey your thoughts, whatever the thoughts you are having about the job profile, about the work culture there, and the benefits that you're gonna get. You should be aware of that first, and that should be clearly conveyed from them and from you as well.
Yeah.
So HR round is not that taken for
cannot take it very lightly. You need to have some thought process before going to that room.
Some thought process at least, right? They wanted to see your seriousness.
True.
Are you employee material or not?
No? That's important.
It is more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amit, actually you gave a really good explanation about a lot of things here. So the first part was how do you select a job profile, then how do you go about it, and then you gave a detailed explanation on the codes as well, the kind of algorithms that they were asking. So this brings us to the last section of the video, and this I asked everybody. So if suppose given a scenario that somebody has an interview tomorrow, and considering the time right now, they have only 4 to 5 hours to prepare for tomorrow's interview. What are the top topics that you will tell them to prepare so that they are in a very, very good situation to face the interview? Top 5.
Okay. If I had to give you the top 5, because
Yes.
if you put me in a situation, no, that I would
Yeah.
be having a interview tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Then I will not prepare at all.
Okay.
I will get a good sleep to calm myself, right? So this is how I operate myself. But let me like you said. Let me give you the answer to the question.
No.
Yeah, 5 topics if they have to prepare, and
Yes.
it is for machine learning point of view or
So it's a
any.
machine learning interview. They have it tomorrow and 5 topics. It could be a data scientist, it could be a data engineer, it could be a data analyst. So maybe it's 5 most important topics that anybody should be aware of from a data science perspective.
Okay, okay, fine. First of all, see, they have clear understanding is that what are the algorithms which are fall in classification and what are the algorithms which are fall in regression. They have the clear understanding about these things, and there are some algorithms like random forest and everything. These algorithms are worked in both the cases.
Yes.
So they should know the clear understanding of it. Second thing is they have the fundamental clear. Like one of the interviewer they have asked me that why do you use machine learning? You should have the clear and superb answer for this.
The core understanding why we are doing
Understanding
something.
of why we are using machine for any this tool, And third thing is what I really think is very important. And let me also tell you that I also took interviews of trainees in recent time, in just 1 month, 2 months back. So I always think that back propagation, if they understood back propagation clearly, I mean gradient descent and everything. Right? So they know it how gradient descent
works. Yes. If they can just track one iteration of back prop, that should be good enough. Yes.
That should be good enough. Right? How weights change in one epoch or in one iteration, how that weights changed. Right? They should know it.
Got it.
Okay. Fourth thing that I would say is if you are opting for machine learning interview, you should know the today's advanced in that. Interviewer may ask it, do you know about ChatGPT? They ask it.
Got it. Yes.
Okay, it is NLP based language model and everything.
At least the basic. How is it working? What kind of domain it is? At least that should be you should be aware of.
Basic you should know. They will able to understand that he is updated.
Got it.
Right? What Meta has launched it in this Llama Meta has launched it, right? You know that. You should know about it. Llama, what kind of launch.
And it shows the interest in the candidate as well. So candidate is interested in the domain. So eventually when he works, he would be interested to learn more.
Yes, correct. And last thing is, I would say is from machine learning perspective, that right now people, I don't know why they are not doing it, but they should have understanding of linear algebra.
Linear algebra, that is the fundamental. Yes. Eigenvalues, what eigenvalue mean, what are eigenvectors, which is totally agree.
So at least you brush up. If you want to brush up, you can just brush up this. What was how to find determinant? What are matrices, vectors? What are things, matrices, everything? You just brush up this thing. Suppose one of the interviewer asked me, let me just give you a quick thing. One of the interviewer asked me, okay, we are using PCA for dimension reduction. We are using PCA, right? Principal component analysis for dimension reduction. So how PCA works? You know that how PCA works, how it projection, the things and everything. You know the algorithm. Okay, what is the role of eigenvector and eigenvalue in that? I have also said that.
Finding an eigenvector where you would see superimpose things.
Superimpose in that. I have also said, okay, then do you know the ways of finding eigenvector when the matrix is symmetric?
Okay, and this is how they delved down into linear algebra from there.
Correct.
Got it.
They took the different flight towards. So I would recommend this from my own experience, right? That these 5 things are very important, very fundamental. Any interviewer wants to check it. If I will be the interviewer, I wanted to know these things. At least you should know it. And then after we'll discuss about CNN and everything.
At least these fundamentals should be aware of.
Should be knowing by.
Yeah. So Amit, this was actually a detailed answer, and anybody who's listening to it would definitely get benefited with this. Because when you actually think of the entire domain, it's so vast that you might miss or miss these things. Because once you are actually going in more transformers or maybe CNN and new models, YOLO, V5 and other things, you miss the fundamental itself and you go to a very complex model. Rather than that, focus from here and then go about with the more advanced models here.
Yeah. Correct. You are very right. And we just spoke about one thing, Piyush, that interviews that are happening in India and interviews are happening in US for the same role are not same.
Are not same. And that is one big point, that if we actually see their interviewers or maybe their interview strategy, that would be very different from what is being applied in India. Yeah.
Because they know it, how they understand about their culture and everything, right? And our interviewers' mindset is different. How they check, but fundamentals, everyone wants to see, because all the technology, they know it. If you come in the organization, they'll make you learn all these things. If your fundamentals are very well, if your fundamentals are strong, they'll make you all this technology learn by hook.
Yes. That's that. So Amit, actually, I told you we will have a short discussion, and I would really thank you that today, being Sunday, you are spending a lot of time and maybe helping a lot of people, and we are taking our time. That is the most important one, and that too at night. So really thankful for that. One thing, Amit, I would actually ask your permission for, because you told a lot of things, and people who are watching this would definitely have certain doubts, or maybe they want to clarify something. So if I can attach your LinkedIn profile as well, so that they can directly contact you, they can directly reach out to you, so that you would be in a more better position to answer their doubt based on your experience.
Yeah, sure. It is completely okay, and even no need to ask, right? You can go for it. And those who really wanted to interact or really wanted to know about this domain or anything about it, I'll be more than happy to help them, whatever the capacity I'm having, right now. So,
then that's a really good point. I will definitely attach a LinkedIn profile. So anybody who has a doubt, they can directly reach out to Amit and get your doubts clarified. It could be irrespective of the interview. It could be related to machine learning, deep learning, or anything that you would like. So Amit, thanks again for doing this. And I would definitely, this would definitely help a lot of people. And I hope in future, maybe if you are doing something else, we interact once more and you tell us about your experience at that moment of time.
Anytime. Sure, Piyush. Thank you for inviting, and thank you for taking this journey towards this point. You've been a good host, I would say. And I would also, congratulate you about the work that you're doing. Apart from your own schedule and work, you're doing for our community, right? So it is nice thing to, and anytime if you really want to interact about this thing or anything, I'll be more than happy to join you, with you, work with you, anytime. Thank you. I thank for you. I thank you for giving the opportunity, I would say.
Thanks.